time.
Who is your next witness?
Officer Johnson.
Have somebody swear me. Write that on.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this proceeding is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Good afternoon, Officer Alex Johnson. Tell us your name and where you're employed.
My name is Officer Alex Johnson with Cobb County Police Department.
And how long have you been with the Cobb PD now?
Just roughly under 10 years.
You've successfully completed the state mandated post-training for police officers?
Yes, I have.
What year was that?
2006.
Okay. And you are currently a K-9 handler, correct?
That's correct.
When did you become a K-9 handler?
2 years ago.
And that's not just the dog that's trained, it's both of y'all, right?
That's correct.
What's your dog's name?
K9 Axel.
And when you get to be a K-9 handler, you work with a particular dog, am I correct?
That's correct.
And is K-9 Axel, is that trained to detect drugs, for instance?
Yes, he's a dual-purpose patrol K9.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to ask you about the drugs because that doesn't really matter in this case. But the second purpose that your dog has is in what? Tracking of what?
It's tracking of people as well as building searches, article searches, open area searches. The list goes on. Patrol tasks.
So on May 16th, 2014, did you have occasion to come out to the area of Reese Farms Drive and Old Villa Way, Old Villa Rica Road? I will let you look at State's Exhibit 1 and familiarize yourself.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So at some point, were there some camouflage shorts that were found?
Yes, they were. They were found prior to my arrival, and that was actually the start point where they directed me to.
Judge, permission for him to come down and show the jury where he went, if he can?
You may.
Just stay just like you are so you don't block anybody. And just kind of point to where you started as far as the shorts.
Just in this way, they had already told me that they located a piece of clothing down here. So while the incident occurred on this side, my first response was down here on Old Villa Way, and we parked right here. There was a piece of clothing found right here in the wood line, and we tracked from there.
Explain to the jury what you did when you did a canine track. What did you do and what did your dog do?
K9 Axel is trained to track under crushed vegetation and human odor. He doesn't do scent discrimination, which means a certain scent like you might see some bloodhounds do. It's kind of like when you cut the grass, that smell. It's real minute. All you have to do is step on the grass. So that's what he picks up. We didn't have a starting point. All we had was an article of clothing right there in the wood line. So I employed him out there on lead. And I just kind of let him loop around and search and see if he could pick anything up. We didn't find anything over here in this area. We started to loop around, and eventually he picked something up on the left side, the north side of the road over here. And with the officers behind me, we just started tracking again on the left side through these front yards. and there was a car parked right there in the driveway. It was at night, and he was about 15 feet ahead of me on his leash. We were going through the front yard, and he was tracking. And we get to this car, and he kind of stops. He picks his head up and starts air scenting, which means generally something is close. He put his paws up on that car and started looking around. It was pretty dark, and you couldn't see inside it, so I pulled him back. We looped around the other side of the driveway, and that's when one of the other officers that was with me went ahead and checked inside the car, and there was someone laying down in the back seat.
Thank you. Have a seat. I put up on the document enlarger here, States Exhibit 4. Is that the car that you're talking about where y'all found, or the other police officers found somebody in the car?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's all the questions I have. They may have questions for you.
Cross-examination.
Good afternoon, officer.
Good afternoon.
That address where the car was parked was 3900 Old Villa Way.
I believe so, yeah.
In your investigation while you were there that night, did you discover any connection whatsoever between that address and the man Joshua Gerard?
I did not do any type of follow-up investigation. I simply was there to handle the dog. Once the suspect was located, I put the dog back up in the car, and I believe that suspect was taken by patrol officers.
Thank you.
Redirect.
Nothing further?
Any other questions for this witness?
No.
May be excused.
Yes, please.
No objection. Oh, can I have a minute, Your Honor?
Sure.
Can he leave?
No, I
No, okay, I didn't understand.
apologize, Your Honor.
All right. Can he be excused?
Yes.
You're excused, good sir. Thank you. Next witness, please.
Brandy Landon?
Amy.
Would you please stand and raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in these proceedings is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, good afternoon, ma'am. Tell the jury your name, please.
My name is Brandy Elizabeth Landon.
Ms. Landon, back on May 16th, 2014, where were you living?
3900 Old Villa Way.
Okay. And I have a big aerial view that's blown up. It's State Exhibit 1. But you can see this. Do you see the house that you're talking about? Is it highlighted here on State's Exhibit 1?
Yes.
Okay. Is that an accurate aerial view of your neighborhood and your house?
I believe so.
So on May 16th, 2014, did the police come and wake you up at some point that morning?
Yes.
I've got up here on the monitor a photo that we've already put in evidence, State's Exhibit 6. Is this, at least back then, was that your house?
Yeah, it was back then, yes.
So this red car, this red Ford Fusion, have you ever seen that car before that night?
Not that I know of, no.
And here is another picture of it. Did you have any idea before the police got there that that car was in your driveway?
No, I did not.
Okay. There was a person that was found in it. His name is Cortez Harris. Do you know Cortez Harris or that name? Do you have any idea who Cortez Harris is?
Not until that night.
Meaning after the police came?
Exactly.
this person that's right here in the middle, his name is Joshua Gerard. Have you ever seen this man or ever heard that name? Do you have any idea who he is?
No, sir.
These people have no connection to you, correct?
No.
No other questions, thanks.
Cross.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Grady Moore. We talked on Saturday. I appreciate you not hanging up on me. Let me just follow up on what you said. He asked you if there was any connection between you and Mr. Gerard. Do you know of any reason, any connection between Mr. Gerard and the house you were living in any way?
Not that I would know of, no.
And you didn't see or hear anything else besides being woken up and seeing this strange car in your driveway. Is that right?
No.
Thank you.
Redirect.
No, thank you, Judge.
May the witness be excused.
Please.
No objection.
You're excused, ma'am. Thank you. All right, let me see the lawyers up here, please. My understanding is that those are the witnesses for today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm able to excuse you just a little bit early this afternoon. I know there are some child care issues, so we will endeavor to break by 5 so those can be taken care of. I will ask you to put your names on your notepads. Be sure your name is on your notepads. When you leave and exit the jury box, if you will, just go out here with the bailiff and hand your notepad to the bailiff, please, and we will secure them overnight. Be sure you have all your things. Please remember all my instructions. Please don't discuss this case among yourselves or with family or friends or whomever. And I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock and we will go again. See you at 9. All right, anything that needs to be put on the record for either party?
No, Your Honor.
See everybody at 9.